Welcome to My Zone Online School. My name is Teacher Mutsa. Get your education booklet in our daily newspaper, street sales, or at your school every Monday to Thursday for pre-primary up until grade 3. The lessons are for listening or watching online. Inside the newspapers, there is an insert of the lesson booklet. Please cut the top of the lesson booklet with a pair of scissors and fold it for ready to use. But there is more. We are also available on our online platforms, MyZone and Zoshi Facebook pages, and in addition, our website, Zoshi Online.
Hi everyone! Welcome to MyZone Online School. I'm Teacher Hartum and our theme this week is the food chain and saving water. Now boys and girls, before we start our lesson, remember we have to sanitize. Make sure you use enough sanitizer, rub it in nicely, also between the fingers, and wait for your hands to dry before you touch anything. Now let's see what we're going to learn about today. We will do contractions, money, and the simple future tense. We are starting on page 9 in our workbooks. So here we are doing contractions. It says there we have to write the two words that make up each contraction in the boxes. Right. So the words that we have there, you have to take the one word and write the two words that make up each contraction. Now I have done two examples for you on the board. Let's quickly have a look. The first word is the word wear. And here we have a contraction. So the word wear is actually two words that was put together as one word. And what are these two words? We is the first part. So the first word is we. And in the next part you have an apostrophe, an R and an E. So this actually means that a letter was left out. So in this case, it means it's the word are. So where is we are? Okay, let's quickly look at the second one. The second word is aren't. Aren't. Right, once again, two words made one word. So if we take the one word, we have to make two words. So the first part of the word is the word are. And the second part, once again, here you will see a letter was left out. So here it means not. So are not. And when we use it in a contraction, the word becomes aren't, which means are not. Right. Now let's quickly look at the next part of the activity before you go on to fix all the other contractions and make two words. In the next part it says, We have to make contractions by looking at the words and write the contraction for each set of words. So now we are doing the opposite of what we have just done. We are now going to look at the two sets of words and then we are going to turn it into a contraction. Okay, so we have two sets here. Let's look at the first set or the first example that I'm going to do with you. The first one, number 1, there is. There is. And if we make a contraction out of there is, it becomes theirs. Can you see? So once again, a letter is left out and we have an apostrophe. Number 8, I took number 8. Let's quickly do it together. Could have. Could have. And if we make a contraction out of these two words, it becomes could have. Could have. Right. So if you look at where we have our apostrophe there, the H and the A have been left out. So by doing that, we have just contracted the word where we took two words and made it or turned it into only one word. Right. Now everyone, I'm going to leave you to do all your contractions. Make sure you read it out loud so that it also sounds good and right to you before you make a final choice as to which contraction or set of words is the right words. Now, have fun doing the rest of this activity. We will see you shortly after the ad break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
For this part of our lesson, let's turn our booklets to page 10. Now here, we are looking at money measurements. We are looking at buying, selling and giving change. Now there you will see a few pictures of items with their prices. The first one is a loaf of bread for 10 Namibian dollars. We have some eggs for 18 Namibian dollars. Milk for 15 Namibian dollars and some butter for 23 Namibian dollars. Then it says you have to buy the items and give change. Now let's quickly see what you are buying and how much change must be given. Let's quickly look at number 1. It reads, I bought a loaf of bread and paid with a 20 Namibian dollar note. I bought a loaf of bread and paid with a 20 Namibian dollar note. So you have to now work out what your change was. So on the board, I made the sum for you. So remember we said you have 20 Namibian dollars and you bought a loaf of bread. Do you remember the price for the loaf of bread? That's right, it was 10 Namibian dollars. So if you buy the 10 Namibian dollar bread with 20 Namibian dollars, how much will you get change? So we say 20 Namibian dollars minus 10 Namibian dollars, and that gives us 10 Namibian dollars. So we say 0 minus 0 is 0, and then 2 minus 1 is 1. So that means, boys and girls, you get 10 Namibian dollars change. Now, all the other sums, you also have to buy something. So that you can get some change, I want you to go ahead now and try and work out all the sums. Please make sure that you look carefully at the prices on top for the eggs and the milk and the butter, and subtract it from the amount of money that you have to see how much you will have change. Enjoy doing this activity, everyone. We will be back shortly after this ad break.
Do you have children in the age range of 5 to 6 years and want to participate in our school booklet program? Please contact us on 081 74 3759 and we will put you on our distribution list for the attention of pre-primary schools. Topics include family, summer, culture, traditions and houses, transport and communications, occupations, autumn and more. We distribute countrywide in over 10 different languages.
For this part of our lesson, let's go to page 11 in our booklets. Now here, we are going to look at the simple future tense. Remember everyone, future tense means it will still happen. It says there, you have to write the correct form of the verbs in brackets on the line provided. An example given, it says they, and then a space, to school, and then at the end of the sentence you have the verbs that you have to turn into the simple future tense. So what is it that you have to turn into the simple future tense? It is to go. Now, if you want to go, but it must or will still happen in the future, you will then say, they will go to school. Okay. Now you will see at the end of all the other sentences in brackets, you have the verbs that you have to turn into the future tense or simple future tense. Let's quickly do number 1 together. Number 1 reads, I think he to the party, and then at the end of the sentence you have your verbs. And if we change those verbs into the simple future tense, which means it will still happen, you say, I think he will come, because it must still happen. I think he will come to the party. Right. Now, boys and girls, I want you to quickly go ahead and try and finish all the sentences with all the future or simple future tense words in these sentences. Try and do it on your own first, but remember, if you have trouble, you can always ask a grown-up for help. Please also make sure that you read your sentences out loud so that you can hear if it sounds correct to you. Right. Enjoy, boys and girls. We will see you shortly after the break.
Follow us on MyZone Facebook Active Kids to watch your daily lesson and other fun activities with Zoe and Zoshi.
We came at the end of our lesson today, boys and girls. But before we say goodbye, you have to remember to sanitize. So remember everyone, sanitizing keeps our hands clean and all the germs away. Right. Now everyone, before we say goodbye, I asked my friend Zoshi to come and say bye with me. So, from Zoshi and I, we say goodbye.
Our online school will help you along the way. Find us at www.zoshi.online and download the booklet. Follow us on Facebook to never miss a video. Subscribe to our Zoshi Telegram channel if you want to receive daily updates. Proudly sponsored by the Ministry of Education, Arts and Culture, Namibian Community Trust, UNICEF, My Zone Online School, Amos Meerkat Syllabus, and Capricorn Foundation.